guys, welcome back. Last time we talked about basic goalie positioning. If you haven't watched that video yet, you should go watch that one now because you need to get those skills down before you work on the skills in this video. In this episode, we're going to talk about 2-on-1s and 2-on-0s, and the foundation to these skills are the basics that we talked about in the first video. So once again, go check those out if you haven't yet. And before we get started here, I just want to say I really appreciate all the feedback, guys. Every comment, every criticism, anything really helps, so keep that up. Once again, I really appreciate it. Okay, so 2-on-1s are very tricky situations, but if you play them right, you should be able to get a save most of the time. Your first priority is to take the man with the puck and make sure you stop his shot. Because if you get beat short side on this play, it is 100% your fault. Let your defenseman take the passing lane. That's his job to clog that up. And so if the player shoots, the first man, try to make the save, and then if there's a rebound, try and get in front of it. If there's a rebound, stay down in your butterfly and slide across the ice to try and block the next shot. It's your defenseman's responsibility to worry about the second guy even on the rebound. But just know this game hates defense, and if the puck gets through your D-man, do your best to react and slide over to save the one-timer. Don't yell at him if he's in position, because speaking from experience, a lot of pucks get through the defenseman's skates that shouldn't. It's not their fault either. They're there. Just forget about it and move on to the next play. Okay, so in this picture, this isn't quite a true 2-on-1, but it's a similar situation as if there were an open man for the cross crease, because there is one right there in the slot. But let's say the person with the puck decided to throw it back to one of the guys at the top of the circles up there. As a goalie, what you need to do is you need to square yourself up to that new player and gain depth. So that means if you're kind of back in your crease because that's where the first guy is, you need to shoot up to the top of your crease to give you your best chance at saving that shot. So just because your first priority is the shot doesn't mean you can forget about the second guy. You need to line up with that second guy's stick by adjusting your depth, that is moving forward or backwards. So this green line extending from the open player's stick to my leg is the ideal way to line yourself up. And as you can see, I'm still in line for the shot. Here's an example of where I'm a little bit out of position, but as you can see, my defenseman and a second defenseman are in the passing lane between the first man and the second man. Now I have fully committed to taking the shot on this play. And that's okay usually because it's safe to assume that they're going to block that pass, but in NHL it doesn't always work that way. And actually the result of this play is he slides it between me and that defenseman right onto the second player's stick, and he puts it away for an easy goal. And as you can see, my depth isn't great. He's already behind me with his stick. So just an example of a time when your depth can really mess you up on the 2-on-1. Okay, 2-on-0. 2-on-0 is the same as a 2-on-1, but you're just a lot more vulnerable. The player with the puck can easily deke, shoot, pass, do whatever he wants. So that being said, you have to take the shot the whole way. You have to track that player with the puck first, because he could shoot it if you start cheating, or he could put an easy deke on you. So worry about that man first. You still have to line yourself up with that second man the same way as you would on a 2-on-1. So make sure you match your depth with the side that his stick's on. That's very important. You need to pay attention to both the shooter's stick and the person who could receive the pass, their stick side. If their stick is closer to the middle of the ice, their stick side's closer to the middle of the ice, and they're receiving a pass, they're going to be more likely to take a one-timer slap shot, and they're going to be shooting it closer to the middle of the net. So your slide towards that player is shorter and more to the middle. And if they shoot it on the far side, your goalie should be able to reach out and save the puck, ideally. And then if the player's stick side is closer to the boards, you should expect a tip in or a shot on your far side, so your slide's a lot longer and closer to that post. Now remember, if there is enough space for the player receiving the puck to do so, he will deke. So don't just slide out of control just because you think he's going to shoot it. You got to slide into position and be under control and be ready for him to make a move if there's enough space. So remember, your priority as the goalie is to take the shot first. On a 2-on-1, let your defenseman take the pass. You can even communicate that to him. If the pass gets through and he's in position, don't yell at him. It's not his fault. Sometimes the game just works that way. If the pass gets through, you just have to react. You just need to flick your sticks over and try and get into position the best you can. Make sure you adjust your depth so that you're in line with that second man, and always pay attention to the stick side of both players, because that affects what they can do with the puck and where they can shoot the puck. And once you know that, you can eliminate trying to cover places that you don't need to be covering. That's it for this episode. I know I said I was going to include breakaways in this video, but I didn't want it to get too long, and I really wanted to focus on the important parts of 2-on-1 and 2-on-0s. So next episode will be on breakaways. If you have any questions, any feedback, please leave them in the comments. I really appreciate it. I'll try to do my best to respond to everyone. The highlights are just going to be of me stopping cross-crease passes, just so you know this isn't a crock of crap that I'm feeding you guys. So enjoy the highlights, and I'll see you guys next time.